Alright guys, we just pulled out the Fiat 500X, ready for our customer to pull off, and we just did some great MFC fog lights right here. But yeah, I just wanted to go over this one more time with you guys, just to go through it. Very unique setup here on the Fiat 500. So we have a lift kit from the Jeep Renegade. We have a custom TCS record bar for the front with a 20-inch light bar and 2 fog lights. We custom fabbed some light bar brackets for a 50-inch windshield light bar. So it's a single row, it sits right above the windshield, pretty sleek. And some fuel wheels and 29-inch tires. So, you know, for a car that all the other shops told them that there was nothing for them, which I guess there really isn't anything model specific, but if you know how to use some universal parts and, you know, make it look good, then you can come out with a good result. So this kid's really happy, and we're excited to give it to him. Wipe it out, wipe it out. Alright guys, we have a Lexus GX470 up here on the lift, very similar to a Toyota Prado or even shares parts with the Toyota 4Runner. We're doing a lift kit today, so we have the Overland Emu lift springs with Bilstein shocks. The 470s come with air suspension in the rear, so it's very popular for people to remove the air suspension and replace it with shock and coil. But in this vehicle, he's actually keeping the air suspension in the rear because he likes the way it adapts when he's towing stuff. So maybe he tows a boat or some cargo or a trailer. So he's actually keeping the air back there. So the rear, we replaced the airbags with an OEM replacement just to spruce them up. Everything's working well. There's no leaks. Compressors working just fine, which is really good. It's holding air. And the shocks in the rear are replaced with Bilstein as well. With the lift kit, I'm doing a little plus size wheel and tire. So if you check over here, we're using a black Rhino wheel with a 33-inch Falcon Wild Peak. Falcon Wild Peaks are great. Really popular tire for the Overland community. I see a lot of my customers gravitating towards this tire from the BF Goodrich KO2. Not taking anything away from that tire, it's phenomenal, but I do have to say that the Wild Peak is pretty hot right now. A lot of people are going for it. The price range is just right, but it is a really nice tire. These are about 285, 70, 17. Should come out to just about a 33-inch tire. So, you know, nice setup for the Toyota. Really cool. Let's check out those airbags in the back. I love these wheels, dude. Look at the way they like concave and everything. Really nice. The bags. And this way, he's got a nice fresh suspension setup. Let me go on those adventures. But yeah, these are the airbags to replace them. Yeah, pretty dope. Factory air. These are just replacements. Alright, yeah, this Mustang is awesome, man. Definitely one of my favorites that come into the shop. This is owned by one of our clients named David. Shout out to David. Thank you for bringing your beautiful Mustang here. This is a 2019 Mustang GT. And we first met David and we did this nice front lip. He had someplace install it for him and it actually came off the car at higher speed. So he let us know that when they installed it, there was actually some components that they left out for structure that they didn't actually put in when they installed it. So the thing was like kind of flapping at high speed. So he came here for that. We reinforced it for him. Everything's been fine ever since. So he came back again for another job because he was happy with his experience here the first time. And this time we actually did some diode dynamic RGB lights inside his actual headlights. So we did take these headlights, we opened them up, and we installed these great lights from Diode Dynamics. One is the Demon Eye, and the other one goes for like these 3 hash marks. That would be the daytime running light. And it's cool because you have full control Bluetooth right from your phone, and you can actually take your dial and then switch to whatever color in their spectrum, and then you get that color right out of the headlights. It's pretty cool. There's some patterns and stuff that you can rock that you know, you can put on maybe red fade or, you know, 7-color crossfade. So pretty cool. There's even an option for it to like sense bass or any maybe sound from your sound system, and then it'll actually kind of do like a pattern to go with the beat. So what? Pretty cool. Now Dave, we really appreciate you bringing your Mustang. We know you are a fan of the show, so or our vlog here, Daily Grind, so we're very happy to have you featured, man. And your car's awesome, so see you on YouTube, bro. recording?
And now I am.
And I need to not look like a hunchback of Notre Dame. Alright guys, another great car here at the shop today, the BMW E46 M3 legendary sports car. I know there's a lot of fans out there of this vehicle. This one's especially cool because it is supercharged, it has some awesome big brakes, stud conversion, lightweight wheels, strict kick-ass performance car. Customer brought it down for us to do a little audio work for him, so we are doing an Alpine audio system with a custom box. So right now, you don't see too much here, but Anand is actually in the middle of building a custom enclosure that's going to sit right into this right pocket over here. This way he's able to have access to the spare. Well, there's no spare. This way he is able to have access to his battery and everything under here and still have his trunk space, but his subwoofer is tucked off to the side. We're going to make the enclosure in a way where he can remove it because this car does see a lot of track time, so he wants to be able to remove everything for weight. Another cool thing about this car is it does come factory with a Harman Kardon sound system. So if you're familiar with these vehicles and you get inside of them, you'll see the speaker grills actually have the Harman Kardon insignia. This customer was very particular about how he wants the audio set up. So obviously in switching the factory Harman Kardon system to the Alpine system, there won't be Harman Kardon parts in the vehicle anymore. So what we did was we reordered all the speaker grills from a base model E46 because they do not come with Harman Kardon systems to the factory, and those speaker grills do not have the insignia. So nice little touch on that one, which I thought was pretty cool. But let me take you on the inside. We also finished up a suede headliner and suede pillars in the vehicle, so that's pretty cool. You can get that as an option through BMW. This car did not have it, so we were able to complete that for him, which is pretty excited for him. But you'll see the pillars are all done in suede, the headliner, these pillars back here. So I did quite a good job with that. And if you notice right here, the speaker grills do not have the Harman Kardon insignia anymore because these are Alpine audio speakers. This is pretty cool. This is for the E46, so this is actually an OEM Volkswagen part. This is made by Volkswagen. These go in the trunk of a Volkswagen or any car, and they get screwed up to the roof or under the rear deck of a vehicle. And you pull this down, and it gives you this cool hook. And this is designed for you to hang your groceries. So let's say you go shopping, hook your groceries onto here, the groceries still sit on the floor of the vehicle, and as you're turning, they don't slosh left and right. So that's a Volkswagen piece that we're actually using on this BMW. So it's pretty simple. You just kind of take this and drill it straight up into the roof line there, of the trunk or under the rear deck again, and then he's able to have a grocery holder, which is pretty cool. So there's going to be two of them right there and there. Pretty sweet, right? This could be used for any car. If you had Infiniti, Lexus, or whatever, this is great. So
sometimes
cool.
I come back with my groceries, I be getting a little spicy, and then I open my trunk and I'm like, damn, I'm stupid.
You take a turn, and got scrambled eggs in your trunk, you know? You don't want that, so this is a cool way to do it. So sometimes I like using OEM parts from other vehicles in other vehicles. There's something to be said about that, so this is cool. And the way it's finished and the way it looks, it's gonna look totally factory. And you wouldn't think it wouldn't be BMW, but it's actually Volkswagen. Volkswagen's got a lot of that cool stuff. Alright guys, this is our Ford Raptor project, one of the bigger projects in the shop right now. It's a second gen Ford Raptor, and we're doing a whole bunch of wonderful parts here for this client. Starting off today, SVC off-road lift kit. I was just waiting for him to hit the gun again. So we're starting off an SVC off-road lift kit using King shocks. So these are King 3.0 bypass shocks. So these are some pretty heavy duty shocks here. You can see you have 2 points of adjustment for compression, long stroke and short stroke, and 2 points of rebound, long stroke and short stroke. So yeah, so now these shocks obviously provide way sturdier, way more durable, way more comfortable ride off-road that can soak up a lot of that terrain, but at the same time they're fully tunable. So you can actually tune each one of these valves to get that ride just right. If you want the compression to be softer or stronger, which is when it compresses, you can do that. If you want the rebound to be softer or harder, that's when the actual shock kind of relaxes and extends. So So you can tune all of that just for the right feel, which is pretty cool. The front is a coilover setup. I'll show you that. So here's your King coilover setup. You have adjustable height for your spring preload, compression on the shock right here. The SVC kit is really cool for the Raptors. It also includes aluminum tie rod ends and billet aluminum upper control arms. If you come over to the front, I know it's kind of close quarters here. It might be tough to see, but we just installed this intercooler here. So we're going to be doing intercooler, downpipes, blow-off valve, and a tune as well on this Ford Raptor. Pretty sweet. Yeah. The intercooler was a little bit of a pain because you actually have to trim out the grill, so it's really precise work to make everything nice and clean. But instead of kind of like that slat system, where they have almost a vent system behind the grill, that gets deleted, and it's going to be taken up by this really beefy intercooler. Get that fun. All right, guys, we are here under the rear bumper of the Ford Raptor. So we're going to be doing a new steel bumper. The only thing with the steel bumper is you kind of lose the provisions to hang the exhaust from, as well as your spare tires. So what we're going to be doing here is, since we have this huge cavity where there's no more spare tire, we're going to be taking this exhaust, remember, which won't allow me to hang it anymore because of the new bumper, and we're going to be chopping the exhaust off right here and right here. And we're just going to send 2 pipes with a downturn, right here and right here. So this way the exhaust pushes down, it's kind of sleek, totally hidden, still get that performance gain, and you still get that sound, but we'll be able to take care of all this extra piping. New name, Send Me Home Sally. Little update since I saw you guys last at the beginning of this episode. We were talking about this GX470. We just got the upper control arms delivered. Check this out. These upper control arms are so important when lifting a Toyota truck, so you can get all your camber settings correct. So, very important. I know a lot of Toyota guys come here like, oh, I'm not lifting that high, I don't need it, and I get it, but this dude was just a minimal lift too, and you know, it was just something that he absolutely needed. So, don't cheap out when you do these lift kits. Get your upper control arm, you'll be a lot happier. I'm just gonna sit on this tire right here because I broke my back today.
I broke my back.
Last but not least, we have this awesome Toyota Land Cruiser 80 series, very popular truck. I'm sure you guys have seen the 80 series featured on the channel before. There's a new customer, a guy from Brooklyn, cool dude. Shout out Matt. Thanks for bringing your truck down, we appreciate it. So this one was more about a little OEM plus aesthetic. The original wheels and tires were shot. The original wheels were super corroded. They were from the late 90s, right? So we had them refinished, done in a gloss gunmetal powder coat, put on a little plus size tire, a nice all-terrain Toyo AT3, and a nice little spider track wheel spacer. So it gives a little wider stance, taller diameter for that nice OEM plus look using the factory original wheel. If you notice, the wheels kind of match the bumpers. The whole idea was to try to bring that lower half in and make that color consistent. We also have a second-hand grill that just came in the mail today. It's from an older Land Cruiser that we're going to modify to fit this one to give that retro look. And there's some chrome parts on that grill that we're going to be doing in this nice gunmetal gray too, so it should tie it all together pretty well. He also had a double-din radio installed, a backup camera to bring some of the technology into 2020 a little bit. And yeah, I think that's about it. There it is. This is cool too. So if you notice right here, guys, this is a Sony app radio. We're not a Sony dealer, but the customer brought this piece to us. Looks pretty clean. Looks nice. I believe this radio does have CarPlay and Android Play. So there's 2 designated spots that we did a nice flush mount setup here for the USB. One is for Apple, one is for Android. So no matter what kind of phone you have, you're going to be able to pull up your operating system right on here. So pretty sweet. So there's some CarPlay, little demo screen, and then if you have Android, you can pull them up. So each port is designated per OS. So we got them set up 2 times here. These are insanely long. Customer brought these, so I might recommend a little shorter cable, so you're not trying to charge your buddy's phone who's following you in the next car, right? But that's pretty good. It's a nice install. I like the way this is. This is cool. It's cool too because you have your AC controls here, and boom, right here you can set all your audio settings. So it's a nice placement. I like the longer dash. Usually you see this stuff kind of stacked vertically on a lot of the older trucks, but having the longer, wider dash is pretty nice. we are back after this commercial break. Nice. All right, everybody, that wraps up another day here at the custom shop. I hope you enjoyed all the content we had here to bring you today. We appreciate you watching the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Share this with your friends if you're into cars, even if you're not. We appreciate everything. Turn on those notifications. We'll see you next week. Peace.